guys, this is Clinton, the OGA of London, and this is the Theogaandhisfellowogas, a 99 to be edition. Today, our guest is Duval. Thank you, thank you. I know you're a busy man, so for you to make out time for me like this, I actually appreciate it.
No, do you know what? I've got so much love from you from obviously doing 99 to beat and stuff. Like, people don't even see it on screen, but the way we were like all in like one hotel behind filming and set, and we were all kikiing and laughing.
Yeah,
And I remember just seeing you from the first day in your double denim
lollies,
coat,
this
and I was
artwork.
like, "Hey, see this Oga, this fashionista, huh?"
Lollies, thank you, Duval. Thank you. No, I just be trying. I just be doing big. I just be trying. And you came with the energy, man. From day one. I was like, bro, this guy, you're exuding confidence. I was like, do you know what we're getting
Do you
out
know what it
of?
is? Do you know what it is? Because I've been in a lot of like audition spaces or like spaces where like it's the first day of filming or whatever. And I feel like once you're like in that space and everyone's doing that space, just make it a fun space because
Yeah.
everyone's thinking the same thing. Everyone's like, what's gonna happen next? Well, you might as well make it fun, do you know what I mean?
No,
So
you definitely did that, man. And that energy was needed because, bro, seeing you, like, a lot of the time, I just like, Val is calm. So, me too, let me try and be calm as well. And let's see how this goes. Let's enjoy ourselves. And, no, you're definitely exuding that energy. Val, you radiate, like, creativity from dance to choreography, writing, everything. So, like, what made you to get into, like, this creative space and this creative environment that you're in?
Oh, I love this question because I feel like it's a question I get often, but I always kind of answer it differently. But I guess the main thing is I always like giving to people.
Yeah.
Like I always we spoke about earlier, I like coming into a space and making sure everyone feels comfortable, everyone like feels happy and feels joy. And I feel like entertainment is one of the main ways that people do that. So like whether it is like acting or dance or singing or like rapping or writing, it's something that I've always enjoyed because it's me putting my creativity to kind of like make the space my space, impress other people, but it's like it's not people pleasing in a way. It's more like that fulfills my soul as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess there's like give and take there as well. And I just like learning about different things, different cultures and stuff, like especially with dance.
Mhm.
Dance is about like understanding different cultures and different ways of movement and how they've been inspired by different countries and then bringing them together in the space. So I really love doing that. So yeah,
Yeah. No,
man.
you're definitely doing a great job, man. And like it's great to see people, just tap into that creative side of them because it'd be inspiring other people like to keep going because I've just been seeing even from
Yeah.
like, when we first met to now, I've seen, the different things you've accomplished and how you've been growing consistently. And bro, big ups to you. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. And I think like that's one of the main things is that you need to have kind of like this ongoing drive, like
Yeah.
always wanting more. Like I've done a lot of work with some like very high profile people. Like I've worked with Tyler, I've worked with Miss Banks, Tion Wayne. I did a model test shoot for Ralph Lauren.
Mhm.
But it's so weird because it's like you can do all of those things, but when you're in that space, they're fleeting moments, and then you start building like the mentality that okay, I've done this, but
Yeah.
what's next? Like even doing 99 to be,
I,
I was like, okay, what's next?
I feel you. I
What's
completely
next?
feel
Because
you.
we need to have sustainability. I'm not going to be a one-hit wonder. Do you know what I
Let them know.
mean?
Let them know. That's not the vibe.
Let them know. Listen, I've got the greatest OGA here, so I have to match the energy.
Lollies, lollies. So you just like, listed out an impressive resume, if I do say so myself. Tyler, Miss Banks, bro. Big ups.
Yeah.
Well done on that. Like, do you have any like, dream artists that you would like to work with moving forward?
Think I would love to work with Rihanna
Is
because I'm
it?
half Asian myself. So
Mhm.
that would just be like a full circle moment. I feel like a lot of her music I really resonate with as well. And it gives me almost like a sense from home that isn't home.
Yeah.
I just feel like her as a person as well. She's used her artistry so intelligently as
Mhm.
well. Like she's got obviously Fenty Beauty. She's on Forbes. She was amazing at music.
Yeah,
Like,
not was.
like, and she doesn't give in to peer pressure. Like that's the perfect example of you're putting your entertainment out there.
Yeah.
People are enjoying your entertainment, but you're not letting the entertainment control you. You're not
Hmm.
letting this pressure of the industry control you. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like she's a really nice person. She's really vocal. She's really down with the vibes. I just, yeah.
I see that for you. I really see that for you. I don't even know. I feel like this week, I don't know why she kept on popping in my mind. I'm just like, wow, Rihanna's really not, she's not really giving us any music. Like, she's really staying
She's
on this her no music vibe. And that's
yeah,
like, wow. But like you said, you know, she's still doing her thing regardless of like whether she's actively putting out music or not. And she has done her thing. Like, there's no argument about it. Like, Rihanna's Rihanna at the end of the day. Like, nobody can argue.
yeah.
So big
And
ups to
that's
her
how I
on
want to
that.
be. So, and that's how I want to be. Like someday, like Duval is Duval. I already know Clinton is Clinton. Like, do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we're getting there. We're getting there. Like as far as we're doing what we know we need to be doing, we're on the right track. So let's continue doing that. Dancing, acting, writing, all of that, is one side of creativity. What made you decide that okay, game show, that's the next step for me to take?
Oh, I feel like because I've always had like my eggs in different baskets,
Mhm.
it's very hard as a creative when you know like you've experienced different forms of creativity. Like, do you have like a niche or do you have like a drive? And I
Yeah.
feel like I actually didn't realize this until after 99 to be until like for those who are watching, like the production actually gave us opportunities to go on Big Brother Late and Live and stuff. Like
Mhm.
reality TV might be my niche because
Oh,
it's
okay.
combining that artistry with real life. It's
Yeah.
I think I'm very much like obviously I do dance, I do like acting, I do music or whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
But I feel like the best version of me is meeting someone in
Yeah.
the moment and just bouncing off them.
Yeah.
Like, I still go back to this first day that I saw you and I just looked at you. It wasn't even a stag face. I was like, and you know what's up. And I feel like, hey, have that and have a career that pays as well and pays
Yeah.
good. Like, we hear about these celebrities like that are getting like 50K for Big Brother House and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Listen, if that could be me, that is going to be me.
Man, if you want it,
Do you
man,
know
you
what I
can
mean?
get it.
And I feel like, especially as a black gay male as well, being in that like space that's so widely broadcasted and unapologetic about it, I feel like it's very important. And I
Mhm.
feel like I didn't realize how important it is because I think all throughout life, like I've just told myself, like, at the end of the day, you have to be yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously, even a person like me, I get uncomfortable. I worry if people are going to judge me on things like my skin color or my sexuality and stuff. But like, you get to a point where it's like you don't even think about it, and then you realize like how much goodness that does for someone else that's watching that maybe struggling or maybe feeling a type of way. So
Mhm.
yeah,
I hear you. I hear you. Honestly, like that's something I have to like remind myself constantly. And even like going into this game, like my sole goal was be myself, regardless of,
yeah,
whatever we're presenting with. Because I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. Like they gave us an idea of okay, you'll be playing games and stuff like that. But still at that, like we didn't have any shows to reference back to. It hasn't been done before in the UK, that kind of thing. So we're going in like almost blind. And I was just like, okay, that aside, as far as I'm working in this space of like reality TV, I want to be myself. Like that is my goal because there's something
yeah,
that irks me off when I sense, wow, I'm watching reality TV and it's lacking the real. Like, what's going on here? Like,
yeah.
for me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of that. Or like, they're just a time for everything, and I
Yeah,
just
I
feel like,
feel like especially getting to know you, Clinton, as
yeah,
well. You've obviously got your House of OGAS thing on YouTube and stuff like,
yeah,
and even your personality is delivering this kind of. It's interesting because you learn about. Well, I learned about it in uni. There's a balance between like obviously the character being performative and then your sense of self,
yeah.
and the fact that you've been able to be so true to yourself as well. I think it is a blessing. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Like, I remember one of the games we played in the
Yeah.
show in 1990 with the t-shirts. And you actually came up to me like, Duval, you're actually pissing me off. Like, stop playing around. I don't know why you're
Honestly, we're gonna get into that because, bruh, I don't understand whether you came into this game with the intention to raise the nation's BP. Like, Val, what was going on?
don't Clinton. Me ending up in the bottom two like 5 times, bro.
No, Val,
But
I
you
told
know
you,
what?
pick
I
up.
think I think one thing about me is I'm a fighter and a survivor. And I can safely say that it was not a solo challenge or my own doing
Hmm. Yeah, at least you
that
can say
got me
that. Well done.
out.
But we're gonna get into that. Next question. So, considering the fact that you've, come to this understanding that maybe reality TV is your niche, like, do you see yourself on any reality shows? Well, you mentioned Big Brother. Besides Big Brother, like, are there any other reality shows you're interested?
Oh,
No.
this is a great question. Oh, I feel like I've always liked I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, because I'm very like daring, and like you could put like a pig's eye in front of me, and I'll just have to firm it, and I'll just have to eat it. Like then, when you've been through like trials and tribulations, you're really, especially with a show like 99 to Beat, I
Mhm.
feel like there was a point in filming where everyone just said, you know what, cut the cameras, we're getting in. I specifically remember one of the contestants, Nicola, and the
Yeah.
way she was just on the floor, like trying to like de-ice this t-shirt, and I'm like, bearing in mind, this is a woman that probably works in head office or something. Like, this is not. Can you imagine someone going from their 9 to 5 that you see on the street and they're out here doing madness, like with a bowl of jelly or whatever? And it just got me thinking, like, when you put a person in a condition like that,
Yeah.
and depending on how quick they're able to lock in, like, it's a very interesting thing. And we
No.
were all able to, like, we had to come out of our showers. Like, everyone said, no, I'm winning that 25K.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Now I
But yeah.
completely hear you. Speaking of 1990, do you have a favorite challenge?
Oh.
No, you actually did a lot of challenges, so to get
Yeah,
through all of
yeah,
it in your
yeah. This
mind,
is the thing.
I
I've
feel
got,
that.
I've got to think, if I was to do the game show again,
Hmm.
like, what's one challenge I could probably do off the bat?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually so difficult. Maybe like the ones with maths and stuff, like
Maths. Okay.
guessing like the llama's way or
Yeah.
like the pea challenge, like where we had to count all the peas.
Hmm.
But you know what? You know what's so funny with that pea challenge, for
Right.
example? I was counting each individual pea,
I saw
like
that.
nonsense. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I saw that. And I said, wow, that's bones.
And then, but I still got through. Like some people
That's
ended up with like 9,000 and whatever, and I was like, baby girl. And then some people, like the smart people, were obviously just putting it in a square and didn't do it in the area. I don't know
mhm.
why my brain doesn't want to compute in that moment. Like
Lollies.
me who does maths and stuff. But yeah, I think like even with the llama's weight, like I mentioned, I was literally like exactly 2 kilograms off. I feel like stuff
Wow.
like that. Or like the height one, measuring one. I'm very good at like numbers. I feel like I've always been a
Mhm.
numbers guy as well. So like, yeah, I feel like those I could go back in the shot and be like, yeah.
But speaking of these challenges, back to this, Duval.
Mm.
Was the plan to raise the nation's BP? What was going on? Why were we in the bottom two quite a few times? Like, what was even going through your head, like when you're in this position, like quite a few times?
You know what? For the longest time, I was trying to dodge being in the bottom two
Yeah, you
because I
did.
know for me, once you're in the bottom two, Clinton,
Mhm.
like something about your anxiety just changes. Like some of the games, I generally feel like even like if I could tell myself back in time, it was kind of hard. Like the candle one, for example, I think that was my first bottom two moment,
Mhm.
and I had the first two candles all the way down, but dropping the third candle. I don't know. Obviously, audience can't tell from looking into the TV, but where I was in the studio, it was actually where the wind was coming. It was cold. And I was like, ITV have tried to set me up to finish it. At this point, like, the draft is suddenly magically around my area. I said no.
Well,
So I had to like, even like change where I was standing when I put it in and everything. But once I got that candle in, you'll see on the clip, the way I ran,
lol.
the way I ran for my life. But then there was other challenges like the scooter one. Yeah, don't.
No, that game was actually so unpredictable. Like, it could have gone anybody's way. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
you could have
And
really.
do you know what? I did not even need to be in the bottom two for that one. The reason why I got out like so quick is because when I started on my scooter, I did that. I
Mhm.
double tapped. Am I all right? Did I not see 25K on the line? And so yeah, and then obviously I got into the bottom three, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Everyone's fairly good at that challenge as
Yeah.
well. Like, if it wasn't for Amir crossing the line, and
Mhm.
if it was just a game of balancing, I would have been finished. I would have been finished. Because even like Joan was behind me, and I knew I'd have everyone telling me, oh, in Twitter or in the audience, oh, you're a dancer. Like, what happened to your balance? I thought a dancer would have better balance, but this
Oh, you're
balance
saying,
still won. Yeah, there were people on Twitter like, you think a dancer would have better balance.
lol.
Hello, but my balance got me through it. So yeah. What challenge of mine in the bottom two do you think was most memorable for you, other than those two?
Which other one were you in the bottom for? I remember the
The
what's it called, the short
shirt.
one. By that short one, I'm like, Duval, what's really going on here now?
You know what? Okay, okay. I'll tell you how I was in the bottom two for that shorts one. Do you know how they gave us a paperclip to help us?
Sorry, what did you say?
They gave us a paperclip to
Yeah,
help
yeah,
us.
yeah.
I never used the paperclip. I thought it was like a distraction. I thought I was at this point in the competition, I was that paranoid of ITV. And then the show, I'm like, you guys are trying to sabotage the thing. So I was like, I'm gonna just eat and just do it because obviously back on when something's wrong with your drawstring, you
Mhm.
ain't got time. Who has the paperclip, bruv?
Mhm. I completely feel you, honestly. Because even me, yeah, initially I didn't use the paperclip. I'd like you said, at home, I don't use one. So I just thought, okay, yeah, I'm gonna use my home experience and just string it through quickly. But what happened here for me, like I stringed it through when I wanted to I think when I was even trying to put it on, that's how the string snapped back in. I said, what? What's going on? Then
No, but
I'm telling you that by then, and I clocked that okay, everybody else is using this paperclip and it's working for them. So let me try it, and that's how I now got my own through. But no, Duval, at the end of the day, as much as yeah, you may have been in the bottom two a few times, you're in it until you're not. So it doesn't really matter. And still, you do allow it get you down. So big ups to you for that because, bro, there's some people that if they were in that situation twice, even once, they'll
yeah.
be like, okay, maybe it's my time. Maybe and next one I need to go. So well done to you, man, for that you know keep going mentality. So big ups to you on that.
Yeah. Even in the shorts one, I was you're gonna laugh. I was a complete liar because I was telling Jay like, "Oh, I'm finishing," just to psych him out. You see me? I'm not well. I could be
Yeah, you
10
gotta do
steps
what you
behind.
gotta do that game. Just
Yeah,
put kids on the
yeah,
line, like you said.
yeah.
What do you think of Adam and Ryan?
They were very fun. They were very nice. They were very cheeky to me. Well, I saw it as like endearing, obviously. I saw it as like banter. But like, yeah, I feel like it's quite difficult for hosts because you've obviously got a lot of behind the scenes work and stuff
Yeah,
like that. But then you've also got to build a relationship with the contestants. And obviously it's hard to do that with initially 100 contestants. So they
yeah,
could only really do it once things started whistling down. And I think that's another reason, like, why if I was to go on another TV show, that's why I would have to like come with some kind of personality or just like talk, like not even talk the talk, but make the effort to talk because they're human at the end of the day. But yeah, they were very. It was so funny because
mhm,
whilst doing the challenges, we could also hear them commentating on
yeah.
us doing the challenges as well. So like, don't be saying I'm almost done and then I'm
Uh,
dropped something, and because you wanted to talk, I've now dropped something. Like,
There was sometimes I'm like, guys, keep quiet. Let me concentrate. Like, especially like when I was close to their stand. I was like, guys, you guys are distracting me right now. Let me look in. In this kind of environment, emotions do you build up quite quickly. So, do you feel like you've been able to form close friendships with or relationships with the people that we met on this journey?
I think yeah, I feel like I've met friends for life, you being one of them. But I've definitely met some people like that I didn't expect. Like for example, Charlie, me
Yeah.
and him click so much. Like
Mhm.
out of production, like for example, just to let you know, there was one time like me and Charlie was in KFC, and
Mhm.
Charlie just starts flirting with the cashier at KFC for no reason, and I'm here making jokes, and I'm like, where have I met like this guy, and why haven't I met him before? But like Charlie, Danny's lovely, she's vibes and stuff like that, and we have actually a lot of mutual friends as well. And
Mhm.
she's always just a good spirit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yasmin as well. Like, I love Yasmin. A lot of people on the show, like, if I start naming names on here now and then they watch this video and then say, Duval, you didn't mention me, I don't want to hear no Wahala because there's too many people on that
There's
show. Like,
actually a lot of people, and honestly, everybody was so lovely. Like, I keep
yeah,
saying that I was actually shocked by how lovely everybody was. Everybody was
yeah.
really nice, really supportive, and that energy was needed to get you through the game because it was a lot. So, honestly, shout out to everybody on that. But, Javal, with that, what's next for you? What can we expect next from you? Can you tell us anything?
Oh, so quite currently now, taking a step more into my work, but I'm doing some more dance as well. So looking at training, maybe choreographing some sets for some artists that I know and stuff like that. In terms of filming, I'm currently working on a short film with my theatre
Exciting.
company, just to
Exciting.
basically, I'm part of a all black male theatre company called Tribe House, and they
Okay.
look at storytelling through the eyes of black males from all different walks of life. And we're working on a short film slash trailer just to exemplify like the different talents that are in this like theatre group or that could come about from just like giving a space for black men in society, which is quite nice. It's quite rewarding. And yes, I feel like it's interesting because people always say like, oh, what is this trope of racism? And like people still talk about it and stuff like that. But for me, I've grown to understand that it's not always like surface level. Like think of COVID, for example. COVID was like a crisis that happened for 1 year, and look how many people that affected like mentally.
Yeah.
Now take something like racism, slavery, and all of that, and discrimination. Over 400 years, it's been 400 years since it was abolished, 200 years since it was abolished, but it's been happening for 400 years.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. And the way the human brain works is like all of that trauma and stuff like that has a long way to go for healing. So
Mm-hmm.
having these like theatre spaces like is like key for people to like kind of understand like different people, the walks of life, unity, healing, bonding, all that nice jazz. So yeah, working on that short film, I'm looking forward to. Is I've done everything like self-represented, but this year I'm getting some representation.
Oh,
Like
man.
the people will know
You
my
can do it.
name. Like, do you know what I mean?
You can do it.
But yeah, I think just putting myself more out there because that's the thing with being a creative. You can become comfy in your accolades,
Yeah.
but you need to keep
Keep
pushing. You
going.
need to keep
Mm-hmm.
being conscious. Like even like today, this morning, I've messaged my friend who's a photographer, and I'm like, "Oh, can I get some headshots tomorrow?" Or because I've dyed my hair, so
I
I'm
can tell.
like,
Well
"Yeah,
done. You're
yeah,
very expressive when it comes to this, your hair. Well done.
yeah." It kind of looks like my natural hair, so I've
Mhm.
just kind of tried to keep it on that regard. You know what I mean? So yes,
No,
sir.
I see you, Duval. I see you. And honestly,
I
just
see.
keep doing you, fam. Keep doing you. Keep going after what you want. Keep putting in the work. And you're going to make it. You're definitely going to achieve those goals that you set out for yourself because, bro, there's a lot of potential
What
in
about,
you.
what about you though? What's next for you?
Um, well, people have asked me this.
Yeah.
People have asked me this.
Well, for your own question.
No, to me, what it is here, like, I just don't have like a solid answer right now. Like, I have goals, but how we're gonna achieve those goals is what is in question right now. But hopefully, by God's grace, we're gonna know the necessary steps that we need to take into getting there. But yeah, I definitely have my goals, and yeah, we're gonna.
Feel like but I feel like in terms of I can really relate because in terms of like goals are never people always try and see goals as something finite. Like I've achieved that, I've
Yeah,
made it,
yeah,
and boom. But in reality, there's no concept of just made it.
yeah,
It's making it. How are you
yeah,
making it? Because that's what keeps life or your art or your career like interesting
mhm,
because you're always moving on to something else. Like
mhm,
it's good to have goals to give yourself like internal validation, like, okay, I've achieved this, I've achieved
yeah,
that, I've achieved that. But the drive and the sustainability of making more and more goals,
yeah,
the making, it's the journeying, the love of that is what's gonna push you forward.
yeah. No,
So yeah.
let me hear that. That's the words, Deval. Thank you. Thank you for I received it. No, but like, yeah. Let's just keep doing our thing, man. Let's keep doing our thing. Like you said,
Let's
like,
do it.
it's
Yeah.
good for people to see us doing what we do from you in the dance space, in the acting space, writing space, now moving into the reality space, me doing my thing. Like, we don't know who we're connecting with, we don't know who's resonating. And yeah, and let's just keep doing us, honestly. That is the goal. Keep doing you, keep thriving. And yeah, I really appreciate you. Thank you for your time, Tavar.
Oh,
And
thank you so
yeah.
much.
Thank you once again to Duval. Yet another amazing conversation. For the Oga and his fellow Ogas, guys, you want to stay locked in. Stay tuned into everything Clintonslaw. And to do that, you need to hit that subscribe button. Take a further step. Hit that notification bell. Drop a comment. Hit the likes. Share. Do the needful. Okay? Let's keep being the Ogas that we need to be. And with that, this Oga is out. Bye, guys.